Oh, this new Hanzo, ladies and gentlemen, he's absolutely beautiful. It's also competition time again, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Lord. So you guys know that I'm partnered with Jinx. I'm one of their brand ambassadors. So what I'm going to do in this video is give away 5 Overwatch t-shirt codes. You can use these on the Jinx website to get whatever the hell you like for an Overwatch product. To enter the competition, all you've got to do is comment on this video and like it. And I'll pick you from the comments, guys, and I'll send you a message through YouTube. So check your YouTube inbox if you win. I will select the winner in the next few days. So get liking and commenting on this video. Oh, Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost. I am Stylosa, and let's have a look at this brand new Hanzo in an actual game, ladies and gentlemen, because I showed you Hanzo when he first came out. We had a look at his new abilities, his new skills, but how does he actually work in the game? What is the major difference with this hero now? I'm going to straight away say this. I am not a Hanzo player, but I am now a Hanzo player. That doesn't make any sense. And it's not because it's like, oh yeah, it's the latest thing. It's the new shiny thing. Let's play some new Hanzo. No. This Hanzo plays like a mid-range hit scan hero. That sounds really stupid, right? Because he's a projectile hero. But he plays like a mid-range hit scan with the ability to one-shot people at maximum range. This is funky as hell. Really, really funky. So the reason why he's like this is he has got increased projectile speed on his standard arrows, right? So when he fires his arrows, they go faster, right? Which means that you can be more accurate at range, which means if you're somebody like me who was never really that good with the other Hanzo because you had to be, you know, quite in tune with the drop-off and all of that stuff when you're firing arrows, especially at range, I can now all of a sudden be quite effective. But not only that, like the huge thing in the room right now is the Storm Arrow ability. This thing is an absolute monster. So what we're going to do here is take a look at me playing on Rialto, which, by the way, I'm going to come out and say this straight away. I think this is probably the best map in the game. Now, again, that's not because it's new. That's because this map has got... It's almost like they've took every single element from every other map and smashed it into this map. We've got flank routes, we've got great high ground, we've got like a very close quarters. Like heroes like Brigitte are going to work fantastic on here. Reinhardt's going to work well on this map. This is just a crazy good map. Anyway, we're not talking about the map, we're talking about Hanzo. So what you're noticing me do here is use Hanzo's lunge ability, the double jump ability. And you'll notice as well that I'm quite effective at taking out the Pharah, or at least doing enough damage to the Pharah to force her away from whatever the hell she's doing. Now, okay, this is PTR, so they're not particularly the greatest players on the planet. That doesn't matter, though, because this highlights how good this Hanzo is. Remember, I am not a Hanzo player. I've probably have collectively 10 hours on Hanzo, if that, through my entire Overwatch career. I mean, like, you can see, like, my aim is a little bit iffy with Hanzo every now and again. I do go into more of, like, a hit-scanny aim style. But it's less forgiving, right? Because your projectiles move faster. So let's talk about, I guess, Storm Arrows, as we see me using that there, to absolutely mow down the D.Va. I was trying to kill the Mercy there, but, you know, I did a ton of damage. Luckily, I'm going to get killed by this Winston. But can you see my lunge there? I tried to get out of the way. Like, that gives you an option to escape, which is really, really good. And lunge, you can combine it with your wall climb as well. So you can, like, double jump in a direction, grab onto a wall and get away. It's so cool. Anyway, Storm Arrows. Why is this such a really good ability? This gives you the damage output of this weapon or this ability is it's just ridiculous. So you can headshot with it and you can kill every single tank in this game with one volley of Storm Arrows, yeah? Apart from D.Va and apart from Reinhardt. But you will get them so low, and I mean really low, you literally can melee them and then D.Va will pop out of a mech or Reinhardt will die. That is ridiculous, because remember, you're like supplementing the damage here. You're firing in loads of damage. It pushes the tanks away. The really interesting with Storm Arrow, the interesting thing with it, is it gives the person being hit by it a chance to counterplay. Scatter Arrow would instantly kill you. You had no chance. It would just hit you and you would die. If you've played Orisa, you'll know this would be extremely frustrating. You're a tank and you're instantly deleted. It's like, hang on, what the hell? However, this new Hanzo, the Storm Arrows, while they're hitting you, you can take the time to think, oh god, I'm taking damage, let me get the hell out of here. If you don't get out of there, you're going to take damage and die, but at least you've got the chance to do it. Also, it feels really goddamn nice to use. You can see me using it again. You use it a hell of a lot. It's on an 8-second cooldown, so it comes up a hell of a lot. I think in terms, I mean, look at that there. Unluckily, I got killed, but I mowed down that Tracer, so it gives you the chance to... like when you're trying to lead shots in with Hanzo, it can be quite difficult. But you just pop Storm Arrow and then spray, like almost like a lateral spray, so like a horizontal spray towards the target, and at least one of your arrows will hit them, and it will do quite a bit of damage. Remember, they can do headshot damage, so they can do more damage. Now, they don't do the same amount of damage as a standard shot will do, because obviously you're firing like rapid arrows, well, really quick, so it can't do that much damage. It would probably be ridiculously OP. Like, you can see that there. See how I hit that Farah? I wouldn't have hit the Farah before with the old Hanzo. I mean, this was admittedly a bit stupid of me because I'm behind the lines getting destroyed. Although you can see that nice flank route I was sort of taking. But the ability there to kill the Farah means this Hanzo is... let me just break it down for you guys, right? This Hanzo is not like, oh my god, can we swap the Hanzo? Because it's just the same as like... Okay, it's not the same, but it's very close to being like a Soldier 76 or something like that in terms of damage potential output. Because you can look at a target and think, okay, I'm going to fire at that target, and you've got a much higher chance of hitting that target now. Whereas before... the Hanzo could just not hit anything or match, and then he's terrible. And then people are like, oh my god, can we swap the Hanzo? This Hanzo is totally different. I think the way I'm playing him here is almost possibly the ideal way of playing him. Like, I'm using him like McCree positioning in a way. Obviously, yes, I'm wall climbing. Yes, I'm jumping through windows. McCree can't do that. But if you look at my general positioning around the payload, I think as we progress through this map, you will see me take more of like a what I would call McCree positioning up, where I'm not like jumping around and flanking, because McCree typically is not going to flank. So it wasn't really correct of me to say that right now, but you will see that as this video clip progresses, ladies and gentlemen. However, what we can see is me using range here. Look at this. Look at that there. I mean, that's typical Hanzo, right? Now, look at the rangement here. Like, they can't really do anything to me, but look at my damage output here. Now, okay, that's a Mei. They don't really have a tank. But if they had a tank there, like a Reinhardt or something blocking the choke, the amount of damage you could pump into that barrier with your Storm Arrows and your primary fire is insane. I think the thing we're looking at doing here is primary fire and then Storm Arrow. Like, you see what I just did there with the trying to get the Moira? I didn't quite get her. She's a very hard target to hit, but I did quite a lot of damage to her. And I think this is what we're going to see with Hanzo, right? He does a lot of damage. Yeah, sometimes you will get the kill, but more often than not, you'll do so much damage that somebody else on your team just needs to look at the person you're attacking and they will die. Imagine this in concert with a Zenyatta Discord Orb. This is going to be ridiculous, like totally ridiculous. I want to avoid saying, oh, Hanzo's OP or, you know, he's ridiculously powerful, because right now it is the honeymoon period. It is the, wow, this is so much fun to play, and it is. And we know that the way they balance Overwatch is they want the heroes to be fun to play. Old Hanzo, yeah, you could argue he was fun to play. It wasn't fun when you just got annihilated by a scatter shot. Or a scatter arrow, which was fair enough, which is why they've changed him. But giving him the storm... I mean, if they just changed him, I think this is a nice shot here, actually, on the Farah. Yeah, so you see that there? That, again, is an example of a new Hanzo kill. I would have missed that if it was an old Hanzo. The projectile wouldn't have moved fast enough, and that Farah would have got out of the way. Instead, I popped the Farah. And here, using Lunge to jump away is so powerful. But yeah, going back to the point I was trying to make, if they just changed Scatter Arrow and gave him Storm Arrow, it would have been, I think it would have been okay. But giving him Lunge as well just adds another layer to this hero. It makes him more mobile, and it makes him more... Well, it just makes him more fun to play, in my opinion. He's a more complete hero design. He's a more modern hero design. He doesn't feel clunky like the old Hanzo did. He feels like I honestly feel like I'm having a lot of fun playing this hero. Yes, I know it is the honeymoon period and all of that good stuff, but if I compare this hero to like a Brigitte when she came out, this is to me is more fun than Brigitte. This feels really goddamn nice. Like, it makes you wonder how much time they've actually put into developing this Hanzo. Anyway, let's go back to the point I was making about positioning with this hero, and going kind of like me falling back into more of like a McCree style of position. That's kind of where I am right now. I think I get smoked by the Junkrat, I think. Look at me, I'm trying to hit him. I'm like, oh god, if only I had Scatter Arrow. No, I get killed by Baby Diva. Even worse, ladies and gentlemen. But I take up a position here where I'm sort of going from more of like the medium to long range damage output. I'm not going to push him forward. I'm not going to go on a flank, because I don't think you can actually flank into that final point. You might be able to. I'm just an idiot and I've not seen it. I know you can move under the point, and I know that at a point in this clip, I do go under the point and fire a Sonic Arrow below the point, which is actually a really nice, like, dirty little trick, because you can sort of see everybody like in their positioning when they're set up in that room. But yeah, like, I don't know. I think this is really, 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 really fun to play. I want you guys to let me know about this in the comments below. Obviously, we'll continue like looking at feedback on Hanzo. I think right now they've definitely hit the fun marker. He's definitely fun. They've converted me, who I'm not a Hanzo player, into somebody who is now enjoying Hanzo. Like, this is some of the best fun I've had on Overwatch for a while. With, I guess I'll just say it, with new heroes. this is really, really fun. Like, it's really, really fun. If you're not a Hanzo player, I want you to go and give this Hanzo a go, and then report back to me. What do you think? Do you think, like, could he actually replace other types of consistent DPS? Because one of the problems Overwatch has got as a game is heroes like Soldier, heroes like McCree, Tracer, although she's starting to be addressed, they put out so much consistent damage. A lot of the time, it's hard to warrant taking another hero. And this Hanzo puts out way more consistent damage than he used to do in the past. And that has to be one of their design goals with this. So when we go back to looking at their ideal hero triangle, first things first, the hero needs to be fun. Yeah, they've ticked that box. Secondly, it needs to be, I guess, balanced, right? Yes, we're going to have to look at that because it's very hard to tell on PTR. Often, what happens with PTR is the changes just generally go to live. This is that little area underneath the point where I'm like, oh, I'll just Sonic Arrow. And Hanzo's obviously had a change to his Sonic Arrow as well. The radius isn't as large, but he can fire it more often. So yeah, he's a very interesting hero to look at. He's a very interesting hero to play. I think what we will see is this Hanzo go to live. I'm not sure we'll see any changes to him. I'll be surprised if we do. And then when he's on live, then we'll start seeing balance come into effect. It's kind of like Lucio, although I'm surprised Lucio's wall ride did get changed actually on PTR. Let me know what you think about this, though, guys, in the comments below. I honestly think this is a fantastic hero redesign, and it makes me very excited for the future of Overwatch. It makes me excited for the future of Symmetra. What are they going to do to that hero? Because let's be honest, Symmetra, I don't like Symmetra as she is right now, and obviously Blizzard don't. So if they can change her and make her less of like a pointless troll pick, I guess, then that's going to be awesome. And also, this play of the game isn't that good. Anyway, guys, I've been Stylosa from This Is Your Lost. If you enjoyed the video, then like the video, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Toodaloo.